Meet your new favorite holiday project, a macrame angel with wings that feel truly handmade. Welcome to BOCHIKNOT. My name is Nicole, and in this video we are going to be going over a special DIY angel ornament project with delicate wings that are fully knotted and without any fringe. This is a calming, beginner-friendly project, perfect as a keepsake for your Christmas tree or as a thoughtful gift for loved ones. The double half-hitch knot can be a little bit tricky at first, but don't worry, I will be walking you through every step of the way so that you can knot without frustration. And without further ado, let's get started. Here are the materials I'll be using for this angel pattern. For the cord, I'll be using a 3mm single strand cord in milk white. It's this nice milky white color. It's not white like a snow white. I like this white because it has a tinge of that milky yellowishness to it. So it's perfect for making angels. As for the other materials, I'll be using a 2-inch wooden ring as well as a 20mm large hole bead. Now this hole is approximately 10mm. You don't need a hole that big for this project since we're using 3mm cord. You need a hole of at least 6mm for 2 strands of 3mm cords. So starting off with the 50cm long cord, we're going to place it down and either pin or tape it down towards the left side of the cord. And we're going to measure the left side at approximately 18 centimeters. So right about there, very close to where my pin is. I'm going to pin it right at the 18 centimeters. And then taking a 70cm strand of cord, we're going to fold it in half and attach it to the right of the pin. So right at the 18cm spot with a reverse Lark's head plus half-hitch knot. So start off with a reverse Lark's head knot first. Then take the right end for a half-hitch knot, pull to tighten, and then left end for a half-hitch knot, and this is a reverse Lark's head plus half-hitch. So now we're going to slide it over to the left, retighten everything. Okay. Then taking an 80cm, 90cm, and 100cm long cord, we're going to take them one by one and attach them onto the right side of the cord with reverse Lark's head plus half-hitch knots. So once all 4 strands of cord are attached onto the horizontal anchor cord with reverse Lark's head plus half-hitch knots, we're now going to make the consecutive rows of double half-hitch knots underneath. We just want to make sure that these knots are nice and tight, so we're going to try to push the knots together or pull on the anchor cord on both sides. Once they're nice and tight, starting with the left horizontal end, bring it underneath, then taking the first cord on the left, make a double half-hitch knot, and then continue repeating all the way to the right side. So once the full row is complete, bring the left cord over underneath and then make another row of double half hitch knots to the right. So that's one double half hitch knot. Then take the next cord, do the same thing. To the right. Okay, so now that we've made 2 rows, we're going to continue repeating the same pattern. Left cord over, row, left cord over, row of double half hitch knots until we stop when there's only one double half hitch knot for the last row. Once done, this is what it should look like. And we're almost done one side of the wing. So all that's left to do is finish off this side with a row of double half hitch knots. Before we do that, we're just gonna tighten up everything. So that means pulling on all of the anchor cords, but especially the anchor cords underneath, so that it gives the wings a bit more shape. So the tighter you are with the rows, so it'll look like this. So this is the left wing, and now we're ready to make a closing row of double half hitch knots. To do that, bring that top anchor cord down. Start with the very first cord, make a double half hitch knot, then include the working cord for the next double half hitch knot. So this is the second double half hitch knot we're making. Then pull on both anchor cords. Then before we go on to the next one, we're gonna trim off the shorter cord end. So now take the new working cord, include it with the anchor cord for the next double half hitch knot, which is now the third double half hitch knot. So same thing, pull on the anchor cords to tighten, but then now we're gonna snip off the shorter cord. Should be the newly added anchor cord. Then again, once more, include the working cord with the anchor cord for one more double half hitch knot. So we're making a total of 4 closing double half hitch knots right here. So, and then snip off the newly added anchor cord. So now I'm going to just tighten it a little bit more by pulling on the remaining anchor cord here. And now the left side of the wing is complete. We're going to repeat the exact same pattern for the right wing, but this time in the opposite direction. So I'm just going to be showing you a few of the steps briefly, but basically we're just going to make a mirror image of this. So now that the 70 centimeter long cord is attached, attach the 80, 90, and 100 centimeter long cords to the left this time with reverse lark tip plus half hitch knots. So now that both wings are complete, we're now ready to attach them onto the ring. So we didn't complete the closing rows of double half hitch knots for a reason, and that's because we are going to be finishing off the closing row of double half hitch knots on the ring. So starting with the left side first, gather the last working cord and with the anchor cord for the next double half hitch knot, but this time we're going to also include the ring in the middle as well. So holding these two cords and the ring, take the next cord down from the wing, and we're going to make a double half hitch knot. So we're going to take this cord over everything and through the right, tighten, then over everything, and then through the loop. Now before you fully tighten the first half hitch knot again, and then pull on the second half hitch knot to tighten. Now it's okay if it's pretty loose with a gap right there. Pull on the anchor cords and it should shift everything and tighten everything up there. Then snip off the last cord that was added as an anchor cord. And then now we include this working cord with the anchor cord for the next double half hitch knot. So taking the next cord down, bring it through the ring, and then holding on to these two cords and the ring, bring the working cord up through the loop, pull on it to tighten, should be fairly tight, and then over and through the right loop. And then again, pull on the anchor cords. Once done, snip off the newly added one. And then we're going to repeat this downwards. Two more times. So holding the working cord with the anchor cord, take the next cord down. Go over through the right loop. Then over and through the loop. Then snip off and repeat again. So once the row of double half hitch knots are made on the left side, we have one more cord left here at the bottom, and that's okay. We're going to be gathering these three remaining cords on the left side with the fringe at the bottom later. But now that the left side is complete, we're going to do the same thing on the right side. So now we're going to gather the working cord with the anchor cord, place it to the side of the ring, hold onto the ring, then taking the next cord down, so that one right there, we're going to bring it through the ring, through everything and then tighten. Then bring it through the ring again. Through those 2 cords. And then back through the loop. And then holding on to that first half-hitch knot, tighten the second one, and then slide the knot together. Then we're going to snip off the shorter anchor cord, which really should be the last cord that was added. So I'll show you this once more. Include the working cord with the anchor cord, take the next cord down, go over and through the loop, tighten, then over the 2 anchor cords in the ring and through the loop to tighten. Then pull on all the anchor cord ends and the working cord ends to tighten, snip off the shorter end, and then repeat downwards 2 more times. Once both sides are attached, this is what the pattern should look like. If you did do this correctly, the wings should fall slightly back of the ring, so on the back there instead of at the sides, and that's kind of what we want because we want the wings to look like this. So now that we're here, we're going to attach the head and the face. So to do that, you'll need a 60 centimeter strand of cord. So now, with that 60 centimeter strand of cord folded in half, we're going to attach it to the bottom of the ring with a reverse Lark's head knot like this. Take the loop end through, and then the cord ends through like this. So that is like that. And then, with these 2 strands of cord, we're going to thread the bead through. Should sit nicely inside the ring. Then to secure this in place, bring the ends to the bottom of the opposite side, and then we're going to secure it onto the top of the ring with double half-hitch knots. So starting with this right cord here, make a half-hitch knot. I'm holding it with my left finger so that it's nice and tight still. Then weave it through for the second half hitch for that nice tight double half hitch knot. Do the same thing on the left side, weave it through, and then weave it through here like so. And then for the handle of this ornament, depending on how long you want or how big of a handle you want, I'm going to leave a few inches, and then we're going to tie a large overhand knot. So take the 2 ends through, slide it up to where you want the handle to be, and then tighten. So once the handle's done, all that's left is the fringe at the bottom. For the bottom, you will need 10 strands of 25 centimeter long cords. With 5 strands, you will need to comb them through. So 2 groups of 5 strands each, we're going to comb through them. Once combed through, here's what they should look like. And now what we're going to do is thread one group through the left side underneath the bead, like so. Make sure that the ends, once pulled through on both sides, are even. Sorry, I just have a strand that was caught. Okay, so like so. Do the same thing with the other end. And then match the ends. And then to blend them together, because right now it doesn't look blended. So what we're going to do is just comb through them at the front like this. Hold it, then do the same thing at the back. Comb through. Like so. Then gather all the cords at the bottom. And we're going to take another 25 centimeter long cord, and we're going to make a gathering knot. So we're actually going to turn this to the back side and make a gathering knot right here so that the knot part stays at the back. And then we're going to start off with a loop like so. Take the long end. We're only wrapping it around 3 times, so pull on it tight with every wrap around. And once you've wrapped it around 3 times, as you can see at the front, at the back, we're going to thread the end through the loop, then pull on the top end to tighten, like so. Then snip off the excess. Make sure everything looks straight. If not, pull on the fibers at the back to tighten. You don't want to be pulling it on the front side because it's harder to get straight. You can see that. Here, it's okay if it looks a little bit messier at the back. So once done, this is what it should look like. And if you haven't already, you can comb through the rest of the cords in the middle. If there's too much, cut off the excess first, then comb through the rest of the cords so that it's all just one big tassel. Once you can comb it through smoothly, we're going to trim the fringe to your desired length. I'm just going to go where I see the shortest cords and snip it off like this. And the angel is now complete. I'm just going to snip off the excess at the top as well. And voila! Our angel is now complete. So for this angel, the wings are like facing downwards a little bit. I made another version like this. The wings are more spread out. I didn't tighten the anchor cords here as much, so you can see that it's like this further. And then I also brought the cords up to the side a little bit more, so it's kind of more open. It's up to you. You can always just slide the wings on this one up more too, if you want it to open more, or you can curve it down if that's the style you like as well. There are options. And there you have it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this pattern. Every year I do come out with a very special macrame angel, and this one is special because the wings are entirely knotted without any fringe. So you have that delicate, intricate look of the wings, but it also has that simple, minimalistic look to it because of the fringe and the rustic look of the wooden beads and wooden ring. If you enjoyed this one as your first project and are interested in making more angels, I do have several other ones already on my channel, so make sure you check out our holiday playlist. If you're interested in making more intricate, elaborate, and more advanced macrame angel patterns, we do have a few over on our BOCHIKNOT macrame community on Patreon and over on our YouTube membership. If you're interested in checking those exclusive tutorials out, if you're interested in checking those platforms out, I'll post links to them in the description below. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.